Hi everybody. Alright, so nobody was expecting probably me to make a video of this, but this is like you can say part 2. I'm decided to look around, see what we need to do, see if they really cleaned this, and so far I got to the really heart of the Wii. And we got the disk drive and everything. I got even the shield off. It looks like there's still maybe some, cigarette in there. And as you can tell here, I'm gonna have to disassemble this and give it a good wash. We'll see if I can. I'm not watching YouTube videos to do this, so I'm kind of just going by what I know a little. So don't expect me to be a pro. I might screw up, so don't expect me doing something kind of perfect or anything. I haven't checked this guy out. It looks like it's still the original battery. I'll send this one to get washed too. Why not? Since we already got everything washing out. So I can send that one to get washed here. Since I already got this little guy out and I got the other part drying out, since I had to clean that, I disinfected it and everything. But here I want to know if this is like rust or tobacco. So we're going to get a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a little bit of a cotton pad and see if it's a rust, which I'm not sure, but we're gonna give it a quick wipe and see. It looks like tobacco to me. And it could be rust, like light rust, but just to make sure, I'm gonna give it a good wipe of some rubbing alcohol on this guy. I mean, to me it looks tobacco. Which this console was from my house from tobacco. Bought it from a game store if you haven't watched the other part. And it's disappointing. I sent it in, they got it for like a whole month to clean it up. They should have at least cleaned it. As you can see, if I was like a whole month, they should have been able to clean that. Also, there's some rust. I don't know if there was rust there before. I think they used vinegar to clean. As you can see, we got some tobacco here. We got a lot of rust. Hope it doesn't affect the console. Looks so far so good to me. As I mentioned, I want to get to the very motherboard, but I don't know how to disassemble this. I'm not seeing that much tobacco, but I might watch a video real quick to see how to take it apart. But as you can see, there's a lot of disgusting. I want to get the shell off, check everything, see if it's good before we do anything. Here we got the little fan. I'm gonna take that off to see how everything's down there. I don't know what that is, if it's a positive or, I think it is, yes, it's a positive. So I can take the fan out. Let's see how it looks over there. And I might get a little wired brush and get those little screws because they look really corroded. Or I don't know what the heck they did to them, but they didn't at least try to, get a little bit of it cleaned off. I mean, if I was repairing a client's console, taking it away, I'm at least like, hey, this is gonna happen, or try to at least let it clean. They didn't tell me anything. All it said they were going to put it in vinegar. That's all I heard. And yeah, I don't know if that's rust. We'll send some rubbing alcohol in that area and see what we get. To me, it looks like it's tobacco. It looks like in there it's pretty cleaned, decently well. The little fins look like they don't have anything. It's just here. Use a Q-tip for that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to clean this, disinfect it. I don't like having anything. Yeah, that is definitely tobacco. That's tobacco that's been piling up. They didn't even cleaned it well, in my opinion. As I mentioned, if I was doing this, I'll treat it like if it was mine. Which this one is mine, but you know what I mean. I would honestly do that as much as I can. Clean it, leave it like if it was going to be in my home, sitting, and I don't smoke And I bought this Wii and I was planning to give it to my sisters. But then I told them I'll get them another one since they love playing the Wii. I gave them my black one instead. I honestly wasn't going to get in here, but as you can see, it's disgusting. I don't know what this is, but it's something alright. But yeah, that's how it was. I'm going to get a metal brush and get these cleaned. There we go. Yeah, that looks disgusting. So you get a little metal wire brush, you get that cleaned out. Those two. The fan, all you gotta do is unplug it from here. It looks like it doesn't want to. I might have to get some little. This is a pain in the butt, honestly. That's why if you smoke, at least we gamers ask, don't smoke around your consoles. Unless you know you're gonna keep the console forever, okay. But you know, just so, there we are. Just so people can use them and have them later on the road, like say if you sell it, at least that person doesn't have to be like where I'm at, where I have to be taking this all apart just to do a little in there. See, there's another screw that's really corroded here. It shouldn't be corroded. It means, looks like it's vinegar. That could be wiped off. But as you can see, should be corroded at all. It's like all corroded everywhere. Let's see, let's take off this screw here. I think that gets the whole shield off. I'm gonna get a little water brush as I mentioned, just to get this guy cleaned up. Here we are. I don't know if this comes off. Gotta take it nice and slow. See. There we go. This part. Just trying to... Everybody knows that the Wii, they don't have the services for them no more, which kind of sucks. It'd be kind of cool if they still had it. There we go. Let's see if there's anything in there, under there. Well, there is a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit at the back of here, I think. But as you can see, it's all ugly down here. I think that's more to back off, so I don't know. But as you can see, every single time I pass it with a with something. I was expecting to get at least the plastic part out, but it looks like it's more, it'll be more work to get that guy out, which mostly is holding the whole housing of it. So there we are. I think you have to unscrew this screw, this screw, this screw. Oh, there's a bunch. You have to take the CD drive out in order to get to that. Over here doesn't look too bad. So yeah, it looks bad. I might have to get a brush and, or maybe some rubbing alcohol. We'll do with rubbing alcohol. I'll use a flashlight. I think I might have one, honestly. I just took something I picked up earlier, getting me the cleaning its washer fluid, so let's see if there's anything in there. It's just a computer, a chip. It looks like there's no stuff in there. Yeah, it looks like everything is good. It just needs a little cleanup in this area. I don't see anything else. Yeah, in there it's all. Doesn't need too much. So we're gonna give that with a couple of Q-tips. It's just ugly to see all that tobacco stuff. It's ugly to see that. In there, it's not too bad. It's just here. I don't know if the guy, whoever owned it, was a heavy smoker, but had it for like a little bit. I don't know if he was the previous owner or something else. It looks like it's much better. And here we are. A little better. It looks much better. A little bit. It doesn't have too much tobacco anywhere else. You can tell they use something to get all that stinkiness out of here. Alright. Stay still, so where can I put you so you won't come back at me? There we are. Oh, there's more over here. Alright, let me get a little. I could take these screws out, but I have to take all that. I don't want to deal with this dry, but it doesn't look too bad. I thought it was full tobacco, like all of it, but it looks like they did clean something. They just didn't clean the corners, which they should have done in my opinion. Everything looks good to me. The shell looks good. I wonder how this guy comes out. You have to press, okay, maybe there's. Okay. Looks like that's good. It looks a little much better. Mostly I just want to clean this part because this part was the most dirtiest part. I cleaned it, but there's still some spots, so we're going to clean that out. So let me first go get that metal brush. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so now I'm back. That is drying. Well, almost done drying. The other part is still drying, so we're gonna give it a good little metal brush here. See if we get all that corrosion off. All they have to do is just at least, you know, clean it a bit. I don't have to go too crazy, but you know, at least clean it. They said they tested it and stuff, and it wasn't tested. I brought it home and put it because I had another Wii, and I'm like, let's just use the same cable, so I don't have to, since they gave me cables and stuff. They gave me everything. I'm like, okay, let's get this guy going. Well, I started it, I set it up and everything. You know, it tells you the name of the console and this and that and yada yada. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get started. We're done. Like, yeah. Well, it got to the point where we were about to start, like, well, no, let's test out a game on it, you know, since you get a new, this is a console, it's not new or anything, it's pre-owned. I'm like, let's get out a console for it, give it a round, and see what happens. See if everything's running well. Well, that's what we do. We get the console, we put the game in, immediately after a minute of sitting there, after a minute just sitting there, I start smelling something odd. well, not, I can't smell, but I could taste it, you could say. It goes into my mouth and you could taste like a weird taste. Well, I'm just there doing my job, you know, just waiting for this thing to, you know, just doing its thing. It turns out, I opened the tray here, you know, where the game is, since, you know, opened it up, I noticed there was tobacco here. It's cleaner than it used to be, but there was tobacco in that area. Well, my brother knows the smell of smoke, you know, cigars. He's like, hey, turn that thing off. Well, you know, he said something else, but, you know, trying to make a kid-friendly channel here. He said, turn that thing off. I was like, okay, because I knew something was odd, so he said, turn it off, it stinks bad. And so I turned it off. He's like, it's starting to stink up this place. What did you do? I told him, all I did was just put this column together, that's all. Like, it's poly something, it smells like cigars. Like, really? It smells like cigars. Okay then, so I go and check. You know, I'm checking it out, see if it smells, you know. Plug it into over here, some other place, just to make sure, and it stinked up this area the same way as it did over there. Turned out it was the smell of cigarettes, which was not good. So I called up the game store and like, hey, do you got another Wii I can swap you out with? Because this one stinks up, like if it came from a cigarette house. He's like, I think we do, but if you want, bring it in, we'll get it cleaned out, you know, everything. I'm like, okay then. So I'll take it to them, they clean it in a month, since I told them I was going up to work up somewhere north. Well, there you go, that cable goes there. It turns out, get that little spot there. Yeah, that's rust. So that's rust. So we don't have to be worrying about that much. Oh wait, CD. Don't want to get anything in there. Thinking about that, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, gotta put the fan back on. See, I'm a little dum-dum. Okay, so we got that, you know, the guy cleaned it out and stuff. Bring it back home. It doesn't smell bad anymore. That's a good thing. They fixed that, the smell. But they should have cleaned it. You know? That's what they should have done. Okay, so that's there. I'll just plug this guy in. Okay, there we go. Now we can put this. Now then, you know, I'm checking everything out. Everything passes. Running fine, everything. Well, there was another issue. Well, not too much. I opened up the SD card. You know, you can have the SD card for extra storage. And I saw the tobacco light. Well, these guys didn't clean it. Good thing I opened it up to see if it was true, and I was right. They didn't clean it. So yeah, they kind of screwed up badly there. Okay, so that's good. I don't see nothing bad here. Looks like everything's cleaned. I just gotta put the shell back. I'm gonna get this as effective as you can see. I don't know if that's rust. I'm gonna give it a good wipe. Give it a good. Well, first, let's get some rubbing alcohol on this guy before we start scraping. What if it ain't, you know? Yeah, that's tobacco, right? That's tobacco, I'm pretty sure of. Yeah, look at all that tobacco everywhere. I think I have to rub some rubbing alcohol and get this guy going. Yeah. So we're gonna get some rubbing alcohol there and get that rubbing in the area. Yeah, look at all that. It's not good. Oh man, that looks disgusting. That's definitely tobacco, and there's a sheep in the yard now. Sheep shouldn't be here at all. Yeah, as long as they don't cause a ruckus, I don't care. But man, all that, and look at how much the brush got. It's not good. And yeah, it's gonna be a boring video. I could tell. Let's cover that up and juice this little. After this, I might have to give it a good clean up. But at least they should have at least attempted to cleaning it up. I'll have to buy a new pair of toothbrushes now after this. It kind of stinks that I had to clean a console that was sent to get clean, and they said they tested and everything. Should have been clean. GameStop, at least, you know, they at least clean it up. I mean, yeah, they give it to you all scratched up and stuff, but the long one, you're like, oh yeah, you don't have to be worrying about all that, you know, all this, open it up and stuff. Just kind of getting a little annoying. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that's all tobacco. Or they cleaned it, but they didn't do a good job cleaning. Over here looks a little much better. Less tobacco. Right there's where it needs more. Got the toothbrush again. Toothbrush and more rubbing alcohol. Looks like it comes up a little. That's why sometimes at your local game stores, they're not worth it. Kind of start walking away from them, honestly. I might be buying a Wii for DK Oldies here pretty soon. I don't know if I've released the video by now or not, but if I have it, keep an eye out. It will be happening here soon. Let me throw this toothbrush away. Yeah, I usually keep them, but yeah, this one's gonna get pulled tobacco, so this one's going in the garbage. I'll buy a new one, so. Maybe, but then that could cause it. It's like maybe put in some water, but that could cause it to get worse than what it is. I was like, maybe putting in some water, but that could cause issues. Actually, I might try it with some Goo-Gone, but then it kind of gets too oily and greasy. Thinking about it. This is a kind of a pain in the butt. It's all much better, but okay, that is definitely tobacco. I think I could rescue that guy, but I doubt it. Let's see what we can do with it. See if it's any little rinse or quick, but I think I'll do the rest of that. Maybe throw it away, actually. Actually, I'll throw it away. I mean, it's starting to look a little better, but still don't want to risk it. Let's get that off. So there we are. Looks much better than it did earlier. I don't know if that's any more tobacco there. Let's get some rubber alcohol in that spot, and let's start sweeping it around. See if we get anything off. A little bit of. There we are. Looks a little much better. Over here in the corner as well. like putting it in water, but then I feel like it'll get rusty. But then we'll give it a try. Why not? I'll warm it up. So I'm cutting it off here right now. So okay. So now that I let that, wash that a bit up, I'm gonna get this guy a little. I'm gonna put it on the side and jump over to this guy right here. Okay, so we're gonna get this guy. He's assembled. You're not supposed to be with me, buddy. Get this off, get this assembled. So I can start using it. And it's a little more louder because I got a fan going, so I am giving a heads up. So I'm gonna start getting this faceplate cleaned up, as effective if possible. Okay, now we got the main board off. The main part that makes it work. There we go. It's in that to get washed since there's still tobacco in there. And there's a foot. Okay. Put that back. This one is getting washed. Let's see what else do we got here. I think nothing else is being held down. Here it doesn't look like it's too dirty. Well, I think a Q-tip will do it for here. That's good. Let's get the inject and these guys out and this. Okay, now we can wash it. Basically wash everything I got here, so let's send that to get washed. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so while everything else is drying up, we're gonna check if this is all cleaned up, all good to go. It looks like it just needs maybe a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I mean, you could peel off these guys, but my opinion's gonna be a pain in the butt, and I was struggling with it I was struggling when I was trying to put the games back in, so it might have been this, honestly. I don't know. We'll see. But let me get a little bit of a rubbing alcohol, clean all around that area. I don't have to be worrying about it anymore. Because I was even issues. It would have set the game in. It wouldn't, but then when it came out, like when it would come out, it would come out, but not when it was going in. So that's the reason why I got in here. I wasn't gonna do all this cleaning, but then thinking about it when I got to well, I got the face cover off. Why not just go in there and clean whatever they didn't clean? Because I saw it a bit. I'm like, this ain't clean. But let's see. Looks a little better. Just needs to get to this area where it can't get to, which always there's an area we can't get to. Alright, let's get one more pass with some rubbing alcohol. Just to get it all nice and squeaky clean. Okay. I don't know why people still smoke these days. And especially with that little, what do you call it? I forgot what you call that thing, but it's a little thing, cigarette, electrical cigarettes, vapes. I believe people still do those. But everything else looks clean in there, honestly. Might have to disinfect that area. This, where the CD goes in, looks good. Just waiting for the parts to dry up, cleaning whatever I can, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Let's see. Let me get a little bit of a brush. Let's see if this will help. Let's get cleaned up in that area. There we go. Get it all cleaned up, disinfected. Check the other side, and it doesn't look like nothing is disaffected over here. But yeah, everything looks good. Pass it with a Q-tip on areas to get it all dried up. A little bit more right there and there. And there we are. Hope I don't have to open another Wii ever again, unless, you know, something that needs to be fixed. But other than just this, so yeah, I'm waiting for this to dry up. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so now we're gonna reassemble this after I let it dry it up a bit. If it wants to come out of its little place, there it goes. Alright, so we're gonna have to go with the power button. What's there? The reset button, I'm guessing. Yes. Or it could be the inject. Oh no, the inject has a symbol, so this goes here, this goes here, and then the inject is down here. There we are. They're both good. All I gotta do is just set this back on. Don't force it or anything. Be gentle, because I heard these little guys break. There we are. They were working fine. Oh wait, forgot one thing. Forgot the reset button. We definitely want that in there. Or not the reset, the sync button for the controllers. There we are. Now if I put this back on again, and we're all set on that part. Now we just gotta deal with this guy, which is just this part going onto this part, which I'm guessing has to go some way, one way or fashion. Now let's see, we'll go like this. I think it goes the other direction. Okay. I think it goes like this. Seems right to me. But I should have. I think that's like this last part, which I have to take this guy part again. Set this down. Just take all the buttons out again. Should have done that first. Let's see, is he sitting down right? It looks like we're having a little issue with the little plastic underneath. Again. Okay, so it's gave me a little fight here. If you're sitting well over here, I don't feel like it's sitting well. Okay, I think that's how it goes. There we go. It's a little much better. Get some of that cable on the other side. There we go. Let's set this guy down. Wait, but first put all the stuff in. So like the reset button, the power button again, the sync button, and the inject button. All of them sitting there, pretty cool. Hey, you. Alright, let's push that in. Let's see how it looks. Looks much better and clean. So we got the injector that's kind of, and the door goes. Looks like the injector button is the one that doesn't want to. And the power button. Okay, so they should be pushing downwards. Yes. And now I'm just gonna screw them back on. Okay, where's that? There we are. Screw goes here. Should I tie it too crazy? There we are. When you face these little screws, they get a little fussy. There we go. Alright, before we proceed, I want to check if the buttons feel good. I don't feel like they're good. I think it might re-inject. I think they'll re-inject. It's just since right now they're kind of free and they don't have anything to eject them, but once I get this inserted again, which we will be inserting here pretty soon. Okay. I could pop that back in, which is a good thing. There we go. Okay, so now that we got this back on, I just need to put the cover back on, and that's to give me a second, I'm back. Okay, so after cleaning this guy up, finish cleaning him up, put it back out the way he was, if I can remember. It's like this. I think it was like this, because then okay, there we are. Back how it was. Alright. Yes, there he is. Now, just put the shell back. Don't forget about its little dust fan cover, which is not fully dried yet. Just one little spot is still wet. I can get that with a little towel. This one wasn't full of tobacco, but around here, there was a bunch of it left. Got some sticky residue here. I'll take that off here in a bit when it's finally finished. Just setting it back down. Yes. Oh wait. Forgot one thing. If I don't put that dust cover back on, ooh, there could be a lot of dust flying in there. There we go. Everything is back to the way it was. It might have been this that was causing it from, you know, we'll see. Okay. That might have been the reason why it wasn't cooperating well. And then we put you back on. Oh, hold on. They're missing the plate from the top, so okay. Before we classified as complete, you know, let's get this guy on. Just being completely complete without its little shield. And there we are. Now time to put everything the way it was. All the screws and everything. So let me get to that and then we'll be back to what we were doing, trying to put it back. So give me a sec. Alright, so that was from in the bottom where they were all X's, 3 X's, same size. 3 of them. Oh crap. I think it was y'all. No, but y'all are Y. These are Y's. So these must be the ones. Y's were these. What's it, Y's? No, those were Y's. One was like stripped. That one. That one goes closer to the leg. Oh crap. That goes closer to the leg area. That was not a bad call. I thought we were done. Oh no, it was like that. Okay, so now I've reassembled it and everything, got it cleaned up as much as I could. There was this little pad in here. It was causing not the CD to set it through. And I think this was the reason why you had to help it a little. We're gonna connect it real quick, see if everything works fine. So give me a minute to at least put the power supply in again. Okay. Let's connect it. That's what I'm doing right now. All I need is a power source. Okay, there we go. It's showing life. It was good. Alright. Check if there's a CD. Now all we gotta do is just insert the game. Alright, so see if it does it. It was the little pad. There we go. So the guy, because I did find this pad in this part here, that was preventing the game to get sucked in. But let's see. It was taken out easily, but it was not injecting itself easily. Since I got in there, see, I don't even have to help it no more. It just did it by himself. That's a win to me. Now, I know this is a long video, and if you're still hanging around, that's cool. But I do want to ask something. If anyone knows, I've been looking around the internet. Does anyone know where you could probably find? I know you can find. Let me turn this off. So I can find the little pads. I can find them. You know, these pads and these pads. I can find those to replace those. The only thing is I can't find are these little guys that cover this spot here, here, and these three over here. And I already built it up again, but so I have to add the remaining screws. But if anyone knows where you can find those stickers, replacement stickers, that'll be awesome. It'd be great for everyone, you know, if we find the stickers, we could probably spread the word out that, hey, if you got a Wii, you disassemble it, lose the stickers, or you destroy the stickers, we got, you know, we sell them, you know, find whoever sells them. Yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and have a good day.